Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk, in my living room, where I do what I do for you. Today, got a good lesson for you again. You said every day. Yeah, pretty much. All right, let's go. Writers in 25 rules to live by a storytelling story with a message in my story. These are life lessons. I'm trying to get you to get these lessons. I'm seeing you tuning in to get them. I appreciate you, but this is going to be a good one. Hope you enjoy it. Let's go. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of obtaining spiritual enlightenment, aka knowing thyself. That's the mission I'm on to do, and my goal is to make sure you know you. And the question I'm going to ask to see if it really got through: know thyself. Let's go. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. I can teach you. Tune in. That's why I do what I do. It's for you. I got you. A person who knows not and believe that they know dangers, avoid them. I do. I got time for that. A person who knows but knows not that they know, it's okay. They're spiritually asleep. I can awaken you with spiritual enlightenment. I'm the spiritual alarm clock. I have the knowledge that can wake you up. That's why I do it. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself. And to my eye, be true. Yeah, got to have that balance. In order to play the mind game, you need the balance and understanding how the game is played. Right thinkers, let's talk about the mind game. And I got a question. Are you a good player? Let's talk about it. Yeah, I'm cerebral. That means I do thinking. Thinking is my thing. I'm a thinker. My mind is my best asset. Okay? I love thinking. Say what you want. This is my thing. Life is full of lessons that we have to learn to master what I call the mind game, which is the art of thinking right. It's okay to think. It's okay to do a lot of things. But if it's not right, it's a waste of time. So right thinking is a necessity. I'm just trying to get you to understand. Ignorant people, watch this, will never win in the mind game or master themselves because you need to be able to master the art of thinking, comprehending, and implementing what you learn. Do it. As a master teacher of psychomythology, I'm giving you mind stories to increase your mind. Things thinking is a must. I don't know what people say, well, my brain hurt or I don't subscribe to none of that. Your brain does one thing. Think. It's up to you to catch up with it, up to you to keep up with it. It's up to you to be focused and use it the way it's intended. It's yours. So spirituality is having knowledge, spiritual knowledge of the higher self, your higher power. In order for you to do that, thinking is in part of the process. God cannot be recognized without thought, without thinking. Creation started with a thought. Next one is, watch this, right thinking is mastering the mind game. The mind game is the game you play within your own head, making up these fictitious people and pretending to be somebody else. That's the mind game. I'll teach you the things you need to have to reach your higher self, aka knowing yourself. That's self knowledge. That's spiritual knowledge that I'm going to give you to obtain for studying and use it, and that's how it's done. Knowledge is gained how? By who? By those who want to better themselves by obtaining it. You're in search of the truth. You're in search of knowledge. You're in search of yourself. You're going to need knowledge, and you have to think to make that happen. I study daily. Yes, because I want to master the mind game in life. I got the mind game for right thinking philosophy. I got other few mastery in mind games, but the one I want to master is life. I want to be able to live it and master it as I'm living it. It's the ultimate mind game. Okay? If you ain't a player of the mind game, you ain't thinking right. I'm just saying. Watch this. Thinking, learning comes from what? The mind. Mastering that and yourself takes you to the next level of understanding in this world how to live in it at a whole nother level. The reason why Haru, the falcon, is a sign of spirit. The falcon is the fastest bird in the air. It got the excellent eyesight to see stuff on the ground, and if you is in his sight, when he come down, you are done. He scope you out, he get a beat on you. They emulate the Falcon dive bombing in the simulation for aircraft, whatever I heard all that. Yeah, but he's the expert in what he does. And if you use that concept as a spirit, you can rise above any situation you're confronted with. I use funk. I know better now, but it's all about the mindset, and that's the mind game that you need to master for yourself. If you can't play the mind game and elevate and rise to the next level, you're going to lose in life. You will not be successful in life, let alone business. If you think right, live and do right, you're a winner of what? The mind game. And you do that in the mind game, you win in life. That's what success is. Success ain't based on how much money you made and how famous you come. No, if you live your best life, that's success. You find yourself, you know yourself, that's success. I digress. Next one is being a right thinker is what? Learning yourself. I'm giving you information that you need to know for you about you to what? To be your best you. I know that if you learn and obtain spiritual knowledge, then you begin to know yourself, and that's all mental. The mind is what keeps track of every experience that you go through, so you need to be focused and pay attention and get mastery of how you think and what you think about. That's the mind game. Psychomythology is the perfect instrument to teach you how to use the mind game. It gives you mindful information that you will have to think, ponder, and articulate for yourself to use it. It's like a tool. If you don't know how to use it as a master mason, as the tools I presented you with, I gave you working tools. We use these tools for what we call a more noble and glorious purpose. Yeah, speculative mason over operative mason. We were speculative. We just did masonry in concept, thinking, the mind. We was mind masons. Okay? And it works. Trust me. Once you master it, if you're an apprentice, you haven't mastered the craft of masonry. You got second degree for the craft, you haven't mastered the art of mastery of masonry. You have to go through the third degree to get your lessons in masonry to consider being a master. And at the third degree, you're still not a master. Why? Those who do know there's some more you got to get. 7. It's a secret. I'm revealing secrets. The 7 degrees to be a master mason. Da da da. Yeah, where'd it come? Yeah. All right, let me get back to this. I'm sorry, I'm having fun today. Where we at? Okay, here you go. We're down here. Self knowledge, aka spiritual knowledge, is what's considered the best knowledge. If you're gonna put your faith and belief in something, put it in something tangible. Put it in something that's sturdy. Put it on my house pedestal. That's the truth. If your belief and faith ain't not founded on truth, it's going to crumble. Self knowledge, aka excuse me, all the knowledge you need to know is about yourself. Everything else is optional. But a lot of people do it the other way around. We get all the knowledge about everything else, and then well, maybe I want to work on myself. Seen it, done it, heard about it. Don't make sense. I want to know me. And when you do know yourself, that's mastering the mind game for yourself. Because once you know you, now you can play the game. If you don't know you, remember the party back today. Everybody ready to play the game? Yeah. Y'all know the rules of the game? There's rules to every game, even in life. Where we at? Okay, here we go. Next one is we live in a mental world. Some people say it's a simulated world. Yeah, I tell you, we're living in God's dream. We just all the actors in His dream getting a chance to play out our world in His world. Had huddle, living in your own world. But when you understand the mind game, watch this. Your mind has to be what? Trained. Had to be taught. It had to be programmed, so to speak. But with the truth, not with the well-dressed lie. It's two different concepts. I'm gonna introduce you to mine. I don't subscribe to the other one. You probably practice it or know that one. No offense. Thinking right is food for the brain, aka thought. You become a better person when what? You think better, you feel better, you do better. If you knew better, you do better. So with knowledge of self, you should live better. I do. The mind game is only won by who? Those who know themselves. I think right so I can live right and prosper by doing what? The right thing. God tells you no weapon formed against him shall prosper. So if you keep doing things against God and you wonder why they ain't working out, I'll leave that one there. Watch this. I think, therefore I am in touch with what? Myself. Are you? That's a question you should be pondering or asking yourself. He talk a lot about knowing himself. Do I know me? Yeah, check you. Don't worry about me knowing me. I digress. Your thoughts will dictate your actions because you are what you think and believe. Last one, then I'm wrapping up. I appreciate you tuning in again. Hope this is a lesson good for you. The mind game is a hell of a game to play. If you're a loser, if you're not a good thinker, you will be a loser. Watch this. When you master yourself, you master the mind game. I keep telling you that. The way you do that is the idea of being a master of self. You have to master yourself in order to have mastery over what? The mind game. You got to live in this mindful world. So if you're not focused, if you ain't paying attention, you might not be able to survive. You need to be able to think to survive. Your mind, watch this, have to be fed daily with right information to what? Produce what? Good things. Good thoughts, good action. Negative, bad thoughts, negative, bad action. And guess what? You still have to be responsible. My mind is mine, and my mind, it will always stay. Understand that. It's okay to be stubborn when what you're stubborn is standing on principle and moral. Don't budge. Be stubborn. Some things I'm not budging. No man made religion is going to take that away. I'm going to be in control of my mind. I'm going to think freely. I'm going to think the way I think I should think, which is right, and not be held to dogma or somebody else's concepts and viewpoints that I don't agree with or subscribe to. It's okay. As long as I got the right, the freedom to do me, I don't have a problem. You can do you. All right. Last one. Your mind is a valuable tool. Use it or what? Lose it. The mind game has to be mastered in order for you to reach the highest level of being your best self. So don't get caught up in the game. Be a winner. Know thyself. I got more for you.